birthday of the prophet E. Bernard Jordan. Give him a huge hand. One of the things that shows the uniqueness of Bishop Jordan is even in his celebration of his birthday, he uses it as an opportunity to teach and to reaffirm history. If you read the Bible, all through the Bible, they talk only about the continuation or the lineage of the people that God used. No one comes from nowhere, even Jesus. First thing we learn in Matthew is where Jesus came from. St. Matthew, first chapter, his lineage. And what we are doing tonight is not only dealing with the birthday of Prophet Jordan, but the prophetic lineage of Prophet Jordan, as well as the continuation of the lineage into generations to come. So he's chosen tonight to salute his mentor and his protege at the same time, which shows that he is not an aberration, but that he is in line and on time and is in a continual prophetic flow that began at the beginning of time and will go to the end of time if there ever will be an end of time. I'm honored to know him, and I've known his mentor, and I know his protege. I've known Reverend Ike since he was black. Now he's green. Mrs. Ike, I remember when I was a little boy, my mother brought me to the Sunset Theater on 125th Street. And there was this man packing the house, Bishop. And he had a French robe. Reverend Ike, he was black then. By the time I saw him again at United Palace, he was green, and I was about half green myself. But down through the years, he has pioneered. He's been a trailblazer. It was Reverend Ike that liberated what we call the black church. He took the roof off of our Amos and Andy theology. And why do I say that? It was Reverend Ike that was the first one to deal in mass media. It was Reverend Ike, the first one that late night TV could talk about, and primetime interview shows, New York Times Magazine. You could go to Lincoln Center, and those of the great theologians and scientists of theology were talking about Reverend Ike. This never happened in our church world before. And he used controversy to fuel the discussion that lifted our consciousness from ghetto to global. And because of Reverend Ike, the church became liberated. There would not have been the mentality of a mega church had it not been for Frederick Eichenkoder II. And I can tell you that in my growing up, and he has always been open to me, that I've personally brought people that were in great positions that wanted counseling from Reverend Ike. He had an apartment right across from Lincoln Center, and I would call him, say, Reverend Ike, Muhammad Ali wants to see you. He'd slip him by, son. Louis Farrakhan. I brought many people that would shock you to Reverend Ike's house, and they'd get outside and act like they didn't know him, and later they didn't know me. But they would sit there for hours getting counseling at his feet. And I think that the vindication of his work is for him to live long enough to see that people imitate and people use what you taught, even if they don't have enough respect to give you credit. You have revolutionized how we approach our God. Bishop Jordan, I'm sure, makes him proud, because Bishop Jordan, who came from Brooklyn and grew up in the church, and who had this unique gift, and this gift that he refused to in any way bring into a state of dilution. A lot of us dilute our gifts. God gives all of us a gift. Everybody here has some gift that's only unique unto you. A lot of people say to me, well, how's that possible with all the billions of people in the world? But if they ever thought about there never been two people with the same fingerprints? If God can give us all our own identity, he can give us all our own gifts. And E. Bernard Jordan refused to stifle his gift. He refused to dilute it. He refused to